Yeah. Okay. So we just got some news that what was his name? Leo.
Leo and longevity, Leo Rex, but I don't think that was his real name.
So he had a YouTube channel that was really
Yep.
big, and he would give a lot of basically drug info and so on and so forth. And he just passed. How
Yeah,
old is he?
it was a marketing. I mean, it was a like a mixed channel. It wasn't, he didn't want it to be about bodybuilding, so it was like mixed with health, like longevity, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
it was health advice, mixed with some bodybuilding in
How old
there.
was he when he died? Does it say?
Mid-30s, man. He wasn't that old.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a lot of information about it, but
Mid-30s.
and he went on the run. He disappeared or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but from what I heard, there was some domestic violence thing or something. Or I don't know if it was domestic violence. I know that he was having issues with his wife, and he ran away, and she's still here. So
And
he
if
hadn't been back for, I don't know, God, a year. When was the last time he posted a video? Fuck, maybe a year ago.
I don't know, but what I was telling you guys was I've been on his show. I think it was like 2 years ago, and when I heard the news today, I went on his page, and the difference of how he looked in 2 years was like amazing. Like he looked like a regular, he looked like a guy who worked out. He used to talk about his old powerlifting days, his old bodybuilding days, but the last post that he put up on his page, he was like bloated, overweight. He definitely looked like he was on anabolic, gear. He just looked completely different, man. He just didn't look right, and that's just for me. That's a good. I mean, it's a 2-year difference, so it's a pretty big change.
wow.
Yeah,
And
he always said that he used to be, because he wasn't a big guy, so people used to talk shit about the channel, saying why you giving advice, and he would always say that he used to be a bigger guy. So maybe that was part of why he was trying to, give himself some credibility.
Yeah, he looked jacked, man. His arms look big, his face looked big. I mean, he was definitely taking stuff, man. There's no doubt about it.
do we know how he died?
No, not yet.
No, I don't. All I know is that he would experiment with a lot of. He was really into brain health.
Yeah,
and he would experiment with like a lot of drugs that were used off label or not even used off label, or just had results in studies for brain health or other benefits. So he would take massive amounts of prescription medications that were for off label use. So
Wow.
and that's what he was advising Boston Lloyd to do. So I don't know if that was a contributing factor, but I've heard a lot of people say that was a contributing factor to why he passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Boston Lloyd was on his channel for a while before he passed away.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. It was their channel basically, and I think he was. I don't know. Yeah, I think he was trying to help him get away with not doing dialysis while he was in kidney failure. So I think that was yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll wait till all the facts come out.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Boston was like, I don't want to do dialysis, help me. So the guy was like, well, let me see what I can do. So I'm not saying that he caused his death or anything, but I just, from what I heard, he was trying to help him get away with not going to dialysis.
But the problem with giving pharmacology, advice on stuff that's not peer-to-peer medical study is, it's not ethical. Because first of all, let's be honest, there's a lot of people with cognitive issues, right? And they're gonna believe, what they want to believe, especially if it's, well, I have this issue and I can't get over it, whether it's mental, physical, whatever it is. Like he used to he wasn't a bad guy. Don't get me wrong. He was actually a good guy, man. I spent time on the phone talking to him. We both have, we're both from the Middle East, I'm half Cuban, half Arabic. So we talked and stuff like that. So he wasn't a bad guy, but I guess like his brand was just to speak about pharmacology stuff. And like Danny said, almost all of it was about off-label stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was experimenting with something and just passed away.
Wow. That's
and he had a history of drug and alcohol abuse as well.
Johnny Bravo, and they had a whole thing on Palumbo's channel about him, and he was always fighting with Dave, and anyways, I guess Johnny Bravo's from the Middle East too, and he was telling Johnny Bravo, you can't be on Dave's show. He's a traitor, he's a Jew, and so he had like some strange quirks to his personality. You can watch it's on Dave's channel. It's like he would snap, on people, so I guess he snapped on Johnny Bravo for going on Dave's channel, and so I don't know. I guess he seemed like a very nice guy, though. I agree with Fuck, but
well, RX, Dave's gonna have a whole special, with Johnny Bravo on tonight,
right?
Guaranteed. But anyway, all right. So prayers to his family. Hopefully, they just grieve and get over it quickly. But
his daughter, right? He has a daughter.
Oh my God, how was the daughter?
I
Do you know? Do you know why that bothers me so much? It irks the shit out of me because me and my wife tried having kids and we just weren't successful. And we were going to go and get medical help, and we decided not to. We did. It's a whole long story. I can tell you guys another time, but it's a whole long story. And when I hear about shitty parents, it fucking annoys the hell out of me. It's just like, oh, well, Anyway, all right.
Well, it's hard to, that's like the hardest job in the world,
It's just it just annoys the shit out of me. But whatever.